Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast. Today, we have a very interesting topic. It is called the art of saying no. Many people find it hard to say no. Maybe you feel this way too. Do you always say yes, even when you don't want to? Today, we will talk about why saying no is important. We will also share some easy tips. I am very excited about this topic. I think it can help many people in daily life. So let's start our conversation today. I hope you enjoy it and learn something new and useful.
Hi, everyone. Yes, this is a great topic, Julia. I think saying no is a real skill. Many people, including me, sometimes say yes too much. We say yes to work, to friends, and to family, but sometimes we feel tired and stressed. Learning to say no can help us feel better. It can also help us have more free time. Today, we will give simple examples. We will also give useful phrases you can use. I think this episode will really help our listeners. Let's begin talking about why saying no is so hard for many people.
So, John, let's start with a simple question. Why do you think saying no is hard for people? I think many people want to be nice. They don't want to make others sad or angry. Some people are afraid of losing friends. Others feel guilty when they say no. I remember I used to say yes to everything. I was always busy and tired. Then I learned that saying no is okay. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. What do you think about this, John? Do you also find it difficult sometimes?
Yes, I understand this very well, Julia. I think fear is a big reason. People are afraid of disappointing others. They also worry about what people will think of them. Some people think saying no is rude, but actually, saying no can be polite too. It depends on how you say it. I used to say yes to every request at work. I felt very tired every single day. Now, I choose more carefully. I say no when I really need to. This has made my life much easier and calmer.
That's a great point, John. How you say no really matters a lot. You can say no with kindness. You don't need to be rude or angry. For example, you can smile and speak softly. You can also explain your reasons simply. People usually understand if you are honest. I think honesty is very important here. When we are honest, people respect us more. They understand that we have limits too. Everyone has limits, and that is completely normal. We are not machines, we are humans with feelings.
Exactly, Julia. I like the word limits. Everyone needs limits in life. Without limits, we can feel very tired. We might feel angry or stressed too much. This is not good for our health. Saying no helps us protect our time. It also helps us protect our energy. I think of it like a cup of water. If the cup is full, it cannot hold more. Our energy is similar to that cup. When we say no, we protect our cup from overflowing every single day.
I really love that comparison, John. It makes the idea very easy to understand. Let's talk about some real situations now. Imagine your friend asks you for help, but you are already very busy today. What can you say in this situation? You could say, "I'm sorry, I can't help today. I have too much work right now." This is simple, honest, and polite. You don't need a long explanation at all. Short and clear answers are usually the best choice for these moments.
That's a very good example, Julia. Short answers are easier to say. They're also easier for people to understand. Long explanations can sometimes feel like excuses, and excuses can make you feel more guilty. I always try to keep my answers short. For example, I might say, "Not today, sorry." Or I could say, "I don't have time this week." These phrases are simple, but very clear. People usually accept them without any problem at all.
Yes, simple phrases work really well, John. Let's think about saying no at work now. This can feel more difficult sometimes. Maybe your boss asks you to do extra work. You already have a lot on your plate. You could say, "I can't take this today. My schedule is already very full." This shows respect, but also honesty. Your boss will probably understand your situation. Remember, saying no at work is not bad. It shows that you manage your time well.
That's true, Julia. Good time management is important. If we say yes to everything, we get overwhelmed. Then our work quality can become worse. It's better to do fewer things well than to do many things poorly and quickly. I learned this lesson after feeling very stressed. Now I choose my tasks more carefully. I also talk to my boss openly. I explain what I can and cannot do. This makes our work relationship much stronger and clearer.
That's very wise, John. Communication really is the key here. Now let's talk about saying no to friends. This can feel emotional for many people. Maybe your friend invites you to a party, but you are tired and want to rest. You could say, "Thank you for inviting me. I need to rest tonight. Sorry." A good friend will understand your feelings. True friends respect your need for rest. If they get angry, that says more about them.
I agree completely, Julia. True friends will always understand you. They won't be angry about small things like this. Saying no sometimes actually helps friendships. It shows that you're being honest with them. Friendships built on honesty are usually stronger. If you always say yes but feel unhappy, that is not a healthy friendship. It's okay to protect your own time. Your friends should respect your boundaries and feelings too, always.
Now, let's talk about family, John. This can be even harder sometimes. Family members can feel closer than friends. Saying no to parents feels difficult for many people, but it is still important to try. For example, maybe your mother asks for a favor. You are busy with your own plans today. You could say, "I can't today, but tomorrow is fine." This shows you still care about helping them, but you also protect your own time and needs.
Yes, family situations need extra care sometimes. We love our family very much, of course, but we also need to protect ourselves. Saying no does not mean we don't care, it simply means we have limits too. I try to be gentle when I say no to family. I use a soft voice and kind words. I also offer another time if I can. This helps them feel respected and not ignored. Balance is very important in family relationships too.
Balance, yes, that's a perfect word, John. Let's talk about guilt now for a moment. Many people feel guilty after saying no. This feeling is very common and normal. But guilt does not mean you did something wrong. It just means you care about others' feelings. Over time, this guilty feeling gets smaller. The more you practice saying no, the easier it becomes. I remember feeling very guilty at first. Now I feel much more comfortable and confident.
That's a good point about practice, Julia. Saying no is really like a skill, like riding a bike or cooking food. At first, it feels strange and uncomfortable, but with practice, it becomes much easier. I suggest starting with small situations first. For example, say no to a small request. Then slowly try bigger situations over time. This helps build your confidence step by step. Soon, saying no will feel natural and simple.
I love that idea, John, starting small. Let's also talk about useful phrases now for a moment. Here are some phrases everyone can use. "I appreciate the offer, but I can't." "That doesn't work for me right now." "I need to think about it first." "Thank you, but I'll pass this time." These phrases are polite and also clear. You can choose the one that fits best. Practicing these phrases can make saying no feel much easier in real conversations.
Those are great phrases, Julia. Very useful. I also like saying maybe another time. This keeps the door open a little. It shows you are not completely closing off. Another good phrase is, "I'm not able to right now." This is soft, but still very clear. I think tone of voice matters a lot too. A calm and friendly tone helps people accept your no. Even a hard no can sound kind with the right tone and warmth.
Yes, tone of voice is really important, John. Body language matters too, I think. If you smile while saying no, it helps. If you look nervous, people might push more. Standing calmly and speaking clearly shows confidence. Confidence helps people accept your answer faster. I also think eye contact is helpful. It shows honesty and respect at the same time. These small things can make a big difference in how your no is received by others.
That's very true, Julia. Body language matters. I also want to talk about alternatives now. Sometimes you can say no, but offer help differently. For example, I can't do the whole project, but I can help for 1 hour. This shows you still want to help a little. It's not always all or nothing, right? Partial help can be a good middle option. This way you protect your time, but still support others when you truly can.
That's a really helpful idea, John. Partial help. Let's talk about saying no to invitations now. Sometimes we get invited to many events. We cannot attend everything, and that's okay. You could say, I can't make it this time, but thank you for inviting me. This shows appreciation while still saying no. People usually understand busy schedules and personal limits. Nobody can attend every single event in life. It's important to choose events that matter most to you.
Exactly, Julia. We all have limited time. Choosing wisely helps us feel less stressed. I used to say yes to every invitation. I felt exhausted and had no free time. Now I choose events more carefully. I ask myself, do I really want this? If the answer is no, I decline politely. This has given me more time for rest. It has also given me time for things I truly enjoy and value in life.
That's such an important question, John. Do I really want this is powerful. It helps us understand our true feelings. Sometimes we say yes out of habit. We don't even think about our own needs. Pausing before answering can help a lot. You don't need to answer immediately every time. You can say, let me think about it. This gives you time to decide calmly. Quick decisions are not always the best decisions for us.
I completely agree, Julia. Pausing helps a lot. Taking time to think shows wisdom. It's not weak to ask for time. Many successful people take time to decide. This helps them avoid saying yes too quickly. It also helps them avoid regret later on. I always tell my friends this simple tip. You don't owe anyone an instant answer. This phrase has helped me feel less pressured in many different situations over the years.
That's a wonderful phrase, John. Very true. Now let's talk about cultural differences a little. In some cultures, saying no directly is rude. People use softer, indirect language instead. In other cultures, being direct is normal and expected. It's good to understand the culture around you. This helps you say no in the right way. For example, in some places, silence can mean no. In other places, you need clear words. Understanding this helps avoid confusion between people.
That's an interesting point, Julia, about culture. I think it's good to observe first. Watch how people around you communicate. This helps you understand their communication style. Then you can adjust how you say no. Being respectful of culture is very important. It shows you care about the other person. At the same time, your own comfort matters too. Finding a balance between culture and personal needs takes practice and patience over time.
Yes, balance again. That important word, John. Let's talk about children and saying no. Parents often need to say no to kids. This can feel hard because we love them, but limits are important for children too. Saying no teaches children about boundaries. It also teaches them about respect and patience. A calm, clear no works better than yelling. For example, not now, but maybe later. This teaches children that no is normal and okay.
That's a great point about teaching kids, Julia. Children learn by watching their parents, too. If parents can say no calmly, kids learn this skill. This is a valuable lesson for their future. It helps them set boundaries when they grow up. I think this connects to everything we discussed today. Saying no is a life skill for everyone. Young or old, we all need this skill. It helps us live happier and healthier lives.
Absolutely, John. It's a lifelong skill. Let's talk about self-care and saying no. When we say no, we protect our energy. This is a form of self-care, really. Self-care isn't selfish, it's actually necessary. We cannot help others if we are exhausted. Think about an airplane oxygen mask rule. You must help yourself first, then others. Saying no helps us keep our own oxygen. Then we can truly help people we care about.
I love that airplane comparison, Julia. It really makes the idea very clear. We often forget to take care of ourselves. We focus so much on helping others, but burnout helps no one in the end. When we are burned out, we cannot function well. We might even feel angry or sad often. Saying no at the right time prevents burnout. It keeps us healthy, happy, and able to help others when we truly want to.
That's so true, John. Burnout is serious. Let's talk about workplace boundaries a bit more. Sometimes coworkers ask for help constantly. It's okay to set clear working hours. You could say, "I can help during work hours only." This protects your personal time after work. Many people struggle with this boundary today, especially with phones and constant messages arriving. Setting clear boundaries helps separate work and rest, which improves both areas significantly.
Yes, technology makes boundaries harder sometimes, Julia. We get messages any time of day. It's important to turn off notifications sometimes. You can say, "I don't check messages after 6." This is a boundary using your own words. People will slowly learn and respect this rule. At first, some people might not understand, but with consistency, they will adjust their expectations. Consistency is very important when setting any kind of boundary.
Consistency, yes, that's another important word, John. If we say no sometimes, but not always, people get confused. They might keep asking, hoping we say yes. Being consistent helps people understand our limits clearly. It might feel hard at first to keep saying no, but over time it becomes much easier. People will learn to respect your clear boundaries. This makes future conversations simpler and less stressful for everyone involved in the situation.
That's very true, Julia. Consistency really helps. I also want to mention self-confidence here. When we believe our needs matter, saying no becomes easier. Many people think their needs are less important, but everyone's needs and time truly matter equally. Building self-confidence takes time and practice too. Start by reminding yourself, "My time is valuable." Repeat this to yourself when it feels hard. This simple reminder can really change your mindset over time.
I really like that reminder, John. My time is valuable. Let's talk about mistakes now, too. Sometimes we say yes and later regret it. This happens to everyone, even experts like us. It's okay to make mistakes while learning. You can learn from each situation and improve. Next time, you might handle it differently. Being kind to yourself is very important here. Nobody says no perfectly every single time in life.
That's a comforting thought, Julia, being kind to ourselves. We should not be too hard on ourselves. Learning any skill takes time and patience. Saying no is truly no different at all. Every mistake teaches us something valuable and new. I still make mistakes sometimes, even now, but I forgive myself and try again next time. This attitude has helped me grow a lot. Patience with yourself makes the whole learning process much easier.
That's wonderful advice, John. Patience with ourselves. Let's talk about helping others say no too. If you have a friend who struggles, support them. You can say, "It's okay to say no sometimes." Encouraging words can really help someone feel confident. We can support each other in this journey. Learning together makes the process feel less lonely. Maybe you can practice with a friend together. Role-playing different situations can be helpful and fun.
I love the idea of practicing together, Julia. Role-playing can feel silly, but it helps. You can practice different phrases and situations. This builds confidence before using them in real life. It's like practicing a sport before a real game. The more you practice, the better you become. I think this is a great tip for our listeners. Try practicing with a friend or family member this week and see how it feels.
That's a great suggestion, John. Practicing with someone. Let's summarize some of our main points now. First, saying no is a normal, healthy skill. Second, tone and body language matter a lot. Third, short and honest answers work best. Fourth, practice makes saying no much easier. And finally, protecting your time is a form of self-care. I hope these points are helpful and clear for everyone listening to our podcast today.
Great summary, Julia. I would add one more point. Remember, saying no does not make you selfish. It makes you honest and healthy instead. Everyone has the right to protect their time. I hope our listeners feel encouraged after this episode. Saying no is truly an art, like our title says. It takes practice, patience, and a little courage. But it gets easier with time. I promise everyone listening today.
Well, John, this has been such a great conversation today. I feel like we covered so many useful points. I hope our listeners learned something valuable from this episode. Saying no is not always easy, but it's important. I want to thank everyone for listening to us today. Please remember, your time and feelings truly matter. Practice a little bit every day, and it will become easier. Thank you all so much for joining our podcast.
Yes, thank you everyone for listening today. This was a wonderful topic to discuss with Julia. I hope you feel more confident about saying no. Remember, it's okay to protect your own time. Start small, be kind to yourself, and keep practicing. We really enjoyed sharing these tips with all of you. Please join us again next time for another episode. Until then, take care of yourselves, and goodbye, everyone.